Benjamin Šeško has been sidelined for a month. Now, this situation, when you look at it from the naked eye, you would see that it's a problem for Manchester United. It's a problem for Benjamin Šeško. But one thing is for sure, it's an opportunity for Joshua Zirkzee. This is a video where we talk about Benjamin Šeško out for a month and Joshua Zirkzee in, and how could this work for Manchester United? Could this be the reason and the moment Joshua Zirkzee shows Ruben Amorim that he is made for this system, that he is somebody that can make the system work even better and actually lay a claim to be the starting number 9 for Manchester United, or just lay a claim to having more of a look when it comes to replacing Benjamin Šeško in this team? So without further ado, let's get into this and let's get this party started, because one of my favorite players that Manchester United has gotten in the recent years, Joshua Zirkzee, could be in against Everton. Let's get this party started. So one thing we need to talk about is Joshua Zirkzee. We, of course, know that Joshua Zirkzee got an injury against Tottenham Hotspur. Now, we do not know whether it was at the moment of him trying to shoot the shot or as he was running towards goal. However, what we know is that it's a knee injury, and this knee injury is also a situation that would keep him out up to a month. Now, the thing about knee injuries is that these things really annoying and they can nag you for a very long time. However, they said that it might be up to a month, and I think this is a situation where if we are succeeding, it could last longer, just to give him more time to recover. And that right there is going to be the good thing. Now, the impact on the squad is also going to be quite important, because Benjamin Šeško is somebody that Ruben Amorim absolutely trusts in this system. Now, he hasn't hit the heights of the likes of Bryan Mbeumo or Matheus Cunha, but based on the things that he does for this team, especially when you look at Chelsea, you look at the game against, if I'm not mistaken, Brighton, you understand what Benjamin Šeško brings to this squad, and you also understand how we could miss him. So the impact is definitely going to be felt. But one thing is that in Joshua Zirkzee, we have a different style of striker. A style of striker that can come into the midfield and more overloads in the midfield, therefore allowing Bryan Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha run behind. That's something that we have seen with Benjamin Šeško. When he wins the first ball and allows Cunha goes in for the second. Joshua Zirkzee is a little bit different, because Joshua Zirkzee, what he does is actually bring up the play. Hold up. The tactical differences are there, but it is something that Joshua Zirkzee can absolutely do. Now, the pace of Joshua Zirkzee is not up to the pace of Benjamin Šeško. The movement, the finishing, I actually think Joshua Zirkzee's finishing is better than Benjamin Šeško's. But the movement, leap, the pace, all those things are going to lack. That is why we need to utilize Joshua Zirkzee in a different way. So now this basically gives a spotlight to Joshua Zirkzee. Why does he give a spotlight to Joshua Zirkzee? We have to look at how he plays. He's still a young guy. But one thing we know, especially watching the game against Arsenal last year, is that he can carry the ball. He can bring 2 players against him and still be able to wiggle himself and pass the ball to the open man. That is one thing that we know that Joshua Zirkzee can do, and that is something that we should be excited about. The playing style is going to be different. He is the guy that wants to come into the midfield, while Benjamin Šeško is the guy that wants to run in behind. So those playing styles are going to be different. The instructions of Matheus Cunha and Bryan Mbeumo are going to be different. Instead of you coming in behind now or coming in to get the ball in the number 10 role, you need to be able to start running off Joshua Zirkzee, because he's going to be doing that. And in my mind, he's going to be creating a more traditional number 10 situation, like a false 10 kind of role, while the likes of Bryan Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha can fill in the boots of Benjamin Šeško not being in the team. And I think it's brilliant. I think we can absolutely find gold in this situation. I truly believe so. Now, Joshua Zirkzee did not have a great final to the end of last season. However, we all saw that once he got fit, in terms of match fitness, we saw the player that we were buying from Bologna. And so, he has not gotten the opportunity this year to play. He has come in here within 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Hopefully, this run of games within this month could give him an opportunity to absolutely make a claim for the Netherlands team, and not just the Netherlands team, but also Manchester United in the long term. Now, I'm not going to do too much about the tactical differences in terms of Joshua Zirkzee and Benjamin Šeško. That could be in another video, but the things that we need to know in terms of the differences are, for Joshua Zirkzee, we are looking at a direct player, someone that is very pacey and quasi-clinical. He has been clinical in RB Leipzig. He has not done it very well. He has not hit the ground running in the Premier League. Now, that is because he did not get a preseason. So the likes of Gary Neville can chill on that. However, when you look at Joshua Zirkzee's playing style, you're looking at a creative striker. You're looking at someone that drops deep, builds up play. So they are total different. However, they all have their pros and cons. And I think this is the time that Manchester United could give Joshua Zirkzee an opportunity to build a team, build a plan against the likes of Everton in a style that fits him perfectly. Allow him to be creative. Allow him to drop deep. Allow him to get the ball and bring 2-3 players towards him and still be able to find the perfect pass to Bruno Fernandes, the perfect pass to Bryan Mbeumo or Matheus Cunha. That's what we need to do. And then when we go into the opportunities and challenges that he's going to face, of course, this is a chance for him to prove himself. To stake a claim for a permanent starting role, this is something that he absolutely needs to show. But one thing is for sure, he needs to show versatility. Because in this team, if you do not show that you can play multiple positions, you do not have as much of a chance to play. Because Bryan Mbeumo is situated. Matheus Cunha has his role. Benjamin Šeško technically has that role of number 9. So you need to show that you can do multiple things. You need to be a Swiss knife. You need to be a jack of all trades that is still better than a master of one. And when you show that, then Ruben Amorim would absolutely keep note of that in the future. There's a reason why he did not want you to leave in the summer. Of course, the challenge in this situation is going to be the consistency, adapting to higher responsibility and the pressure from the fans and the media. But there's one thing is for sure. For what he showed us last season, after getting booed against Newcastle, he can absolutely handle that pressure. He sure can. He sure can. So the impact on the team is a key thing that we need to see it now. This is a short-term opportunity for Joshua Zirkzee. Can Joshua Zirkzee carry the load for Manchester United? This month that Benjamin Šeško is going to be out is quite crucial for him to be able to say, this is my team. I can do it. I am a great alternative to Benjamin Šeško. In long term, you could basically spark a positional battle between Šeško when he returns. So there's no wrong opportunity in you just doing good. There's no wrong move. It could create a potential ripple effect when it comes to attackers stepping up for Manchester United, knowing that nobody is safe in their position. Not even the 65 million person striker that we brought in this summer. And of course, one thing is for sure, the fans are always going to be behind him. Because what Joshua Zirkzee showed us last season, at the end of the season, we understand and we know that we have a talent in Joshua Zirkzee. So the question is, do you think Joshua Zirkzee can shine in the absence of Benjamin Šeško? Drop your thoughts below. Make sure you hit that like button. You share this with someone that would love this kind of content. And you let YouTube know that you want more of Pillar Sports by hitting that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.